Hi, my name is Kees and today I'm here with a video about how to quiet the mind. So what I mean with the mind is it's a feeling and thought producing non-physical machine, you could say. It's something where we experience our thoughts and emotions and our ideas, and we experience them as awareness looking at them. We experience them daily in everything we do. Thoughts and feelings are very useful and have evolved over thousands of years, and it's part of, you could say, our consciousness is that we are conscious of what we are experiencing in our inner life. This is one of the things which is the difference between man and animals. It's the fact that we're not only conscious, but that we're conscious of being conscious, and that we have a sort of inner life where we directly experience what we are thinking and what we are feeling. And this is of great benefit of us because we can help sort of steer and train the mind. We can learn from the mind as a sort of separate thing. So this creates a lot of interesting dynamics, but for a lot of people, they have not been training or using their mind, you could say, in a productive way, in a way that really helps them. And so what happens is that you get a sort of mixed bag of different things. You get emotions and feelings from the past, you get ideas from the past or beliefs, you get sort of different thoughts about what to do and task lists mixed with inspiration and ideas. You get a lot of different things coming into the mind. And if it all needs to be processed by the mind, it's very heavy. So we'll teach you in this video about how to quiet the mind so you can get a sort of sense of an idea of what is actually happening and what is that you can get conscious of what is the mind. And that can only be done usually by taking some distance and quieting the mind. So the most famous tool for quieting the mind is meditation. And why is meditation such a good thing to quiet the mind? Well, it's not because you close your eyes. It's not because you sit straight or you sit on the couch like this. No, of course this has a function and it's a good thing, but the main dynamic which quiets the mind in meditation is the fact that you're letting thoughts go. You're ignoring thoughts, you could say. How that works is when I give people instructions to meditate, I basically tell them it's like you're on a mountain and you're looking out, and in that looking out, what you see is clouds coming by. And when you look and you see those clouds coming by, those are like your thoughts. And what we can do is, instead of grasping at the thought or trying to mingle with the thought, we can just let the thought be and instantly let it go. So letting go usually only happens with letting be. And when you look at a thought, instead of just, let's say, diving in, you're letting it go, you could say. And when that happens, you can get in a sort of flow state. And especially if that happens if you're also doing something active, so what we call active meditation or a direct flow state, is where you could say ignore your thoughts or let go of the thoughts that do not serve you, or let the clouds pass during your day-to-day life. And it's kind of like in sports. People are super focused in sports. They're doing a certain thing, or they're running, and they're not really thinking. They're not really so much focused on their thoughts. And when you're very focused on your thoughts, anything you put your attention toward, anything you put your focus on, you get more of. And how that works is not per se that you directly, sort of instantly, the universe gives more of that. No, it's the fact that you focus on it. The fact that you focus on it brings another thought, makes that you focus on it more, or look for a situation where that happens more and more. So what we want to do is we want to put our focus away from the thoughts for a minute. We want to retrain our neural pathways. We want to retrain our brain to not mind so much what is happening. To not mind the thoughts so much. To not try to think our way out of thoughts. Right? That doesn't work. The only thing which works, which quiets the mind, is the letting go of thoughts. Is the not minding thoughts. Is the ignoring thoughts, you could say. Letting them be. And this automatically calms down the water. One way I've heard, I think it's a quote by Songyal. Oh wow, I can't figure out his name right now. Sorry, I'll link it below. But he's a Tibetan teacher, and I went to a seminar of his, and he said, when you have mud in the water, right? When you stir in the water, it does not get clear, right? It gets more muddy. But when you let it, the sand sinks to the bottom and clarity arises. And that's why a lot of people meditate. It's one of the benefits, you could say, of meditation, that you get clarity on a lot of subjects. And usually when people start to meditate, they feel like they have more thoughts. And that's actually true, because the thoughts start to collide, you could say, and the brain parts, different brain parts, start to talk to each other. And that's a very beautiful thing, in which you usually get a lot of ideas and get a lot of clarity, and then afterwards the relaxation can start for you. So but this is already a process. It's a great process, actually. So how we can quiet our mind in our day-to-day life is by just that. By believing a little bit more in ourselves, in our automatic responses, in you could say the guidance we have from other things than our thoughts, our emotions, maybe the decisions we've already made, right? And just go along with that instead of rethinking them. That already comes a long way. But this dependence on always needing to think creates a very busy mind. So, and then you say, but how do I do that, right? And the idea is that you don't do it, right? That you, instead of not thinking what you're not, because thoughts arise automatically. When I say don't think of a pink elephant, right? The only thing you can comes to mind is a pink elephant. So you cannot really stop thoughts, but the idea is not to stop thoughts, right? The idea is only to not add attention and not add any thoughts of your own, but just to be for a second and to let it be. Let the thoughts that automatically want to arise, let them arise, but don't add meta thoughts, you could say, thoughts about these thoughts. Right? If you're stressed, no problem. Right? But if you start thinking, I'm stressed, then you're getting more stress. You're getting more thoughts about stress. So that's a very, very important thing to learn to quiet the mind. Thank you so much for watching. I'll make a video about how to train your mind as well. And I hope you watch that. I'll link it below as well. And check out my different channels and my new website. And I hope you have a very, very good day. Much love to you. Bye.